You know what Alex said to me? Alex said like, but I don't get it because if I can take them off, why can't I wash them? But my little white boyfriend, not used to that something there. In this video, we'll be talking about differences, specifically cultural differences that we had to face in a relationship, specifically in the beginning. But our challenges didn't just come within the relationship, it also came like a general thing. Just us visiting each other's country and just getting outside of what we're used to and trying to fit in the other person's country also, and the family and friends, whatever, social life.
Have more than a couple things that we want to share with you that we look back at the other day with a smile, because it's actually very nice looking back at and just to remember what we've been through.
But just before we get into the video, we want to mention the sponsor of today's video, Hover Air. We have found the perfect drone to capture our most exciting moments, the Hover X1. You know, for the longest time we hesitated to buy a drone. We wanted those dynamic, adventure-filled shots, but learning to fly one seemed time-consuming, and holding the controller and camera just felt awkward. But then we discovered the Hover X1, and it's been a game changer. The Hover X1 is a self-flying camera that takes the hassle out of manual control. It's smart enough to handle everything for you, from easy takeoffs and landings and multiple flying modes. Like me and Alex, our favorite is the orbit and follow mode. Plus, it's so compact and lightweight, this thing can literally fit in your pocket, no joke. Just place the Hover X1 on your palm, tap on the launch button, and it's up and flying. Whether you're a solo traveler, documenting family moments like us, doing outdoor activities, or taking aerial shots, the Hover X1 is the perfect companion. And there's more. With the Hover app, you have total control at your fingertips. You can adjust flight settings, review what you have captured, and even share the footage directly with the Hover community. And guys, with the holiday season coming up, the Hover X1 makes the perfect gift for someone who loves photography, or even as a treat for yourself if you're looking to get creative with photos and videos. Check out the Hover X1 today by visiting hoverair.com or just simply by clicking the link in our description. Thank you, Hover Air, for sponsoring this video. I want to start by actually asking you a question, Alex. Do you remember the first time you came to Jamaica, how it felt for you to come to a country?
The very first
time, yeah. How did it feel for you to come to a country where it was majority black people? Because Jamaica was the first country that you went to where it was just black people, basically. How did that feel for you?
I was lacking the groove, you know. Jamaicans are really groovy people, you know. You have your music and you can dance to anything and sing to anything. And I just felt like I didn't have that groovy swag, you know. Yeah, that was the first thing that came into my mind, because I remember there was a guy on the airplane, that a Jamaican guy, and he had jewelries everywhere.
Like gold jewelry,
and colors everywhere. In Sweden we're dressed in black, gray,
white, beige. All right, so Alex, there's one thing that you mentioned up until today that still makes you cringe. Do you want to share that? What that is?
Every now and then, this thing can just come back in my mind, and every time I think of it, it literally makes me cringe. I'm not sure what you were doing. Maybe you were just home, or you were sitting outside the supermarket waiting for me and her little sister. At that time, Kimalto's little sister was
maybe 3.
So we were just supposed to go in there, grab a few items and out, like a quick thing. Her name is Danique, right? So Danique, she didn't really want to listen to me. She was just like
doing her own
all
thing
over the store. And at that time I was really curious of the patois, you know, trying to get accustomed, trying to learn a few words, and sometimes trying to practice it. So I was at the cashier ready to pay. We need to go. Danique, come. So I said, Danique, come here now, gyal. And I saw this. Remember, she was somewhere around 4 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
You don't say that to a 4-year-old.
No, you don't.
Not
Really.
not as a man in that, or you don't generally, only if they're really misbehaving, but maybe not.
Not
maybe
another person calling your
right.
child a gal.
Right.
But just
And next to me, it was this man, and I could see that he really reacted. He was like,
But
what did I just hear the white man saying to the little girl? And then I quickly realized, okay, something is
wrong.
clearly wrong
Yeah,
here.
because you came home
and then I explained to Kimalto what happened, and Kimalto, you know, maybe her reaction is the same as you guys now, like, oh, Alex, you cannot
call
do
it a girl
that.
gal. But I think
So that's just one thing.
Yeah.
I was doing my best to
You were.
just you know, get into the culture.
Yeah.
Trying some patois, but that
Yeah, because you were just like direct translating girl
gal
to
girl.
patois, because you know gal is girl, so you wanted to say come here girl, but you say come here gal. So, but yeah, it didn't really work in that setting. You misused gal a lot. Not only did you misuse gal a lot, you also learned that we Jamaicans, we like to and then once you learned that, you were misusing that also, and then I had to like tell you, like, you have to be careful because that can come off as disrespectful.
I don't know, I had this bad habit of, you know, when you're just on and about and doing your thing, you walk into a store contemplating about things, thinking like, what should I do? Should I get this item or that item? Meanwhile doing so, I could like kiss my teeth in a kind of way, like, But I did that even when people sometimes asked me, like gave me an option, I could do that. When I'm considering, you know, you can't just, if someone asks you something, you want this or that, and then a person kissed their teeth, it just doesn't work in Jamaica, right?
No.
So Kimalto told me pretty quickly, like, Alex, you can't make that sound when you're talking to someone. They're gonna think that it's aimed at them.
Yeah.
I had to stop.
Yeah,
I had to stop doing that. Another thing that I'm thinking of is when making some tea or so. In Sweden, we don't really, or the average Swede, they don't really drink bush tea like that, you know? Ginger tea. So the funny thing is that
I brought you into the tea culture, didn't I?
In the Jamaican tea culture, at least, yeah. Prior to going to Jamaica, I'm not gonna out the person, but someone kind of like introduced me to ginger tea in Sweden. Coming to Jamaica, I realized, what on earth did that person really teach me? The complexity of preparing the ginger before putting it in the water to boil, it's hilarious. It takes forever. Scraping off the skin and then like using a fork to like nag it like that. And then when I did ginger tea with Kimalto the first time, Kimalto just put it on the kitchen counter and like, bam, done, put it in the water. Meanwhile, it took me like 5 good minutes or so. No, not really 5 minutes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's like a whole process.
Kimalto was like, what are
You don't need all of that.
What are you doing with the ginger before you're gonna boil it, Alex?
Yeah, just smash it.
Yeah.
But even if you want to like scrape the skin, that's fine, depending on where you're getting your ginger from. Cause
I did a lot of foolish thing when I came to Jamaica the first times, guys. I truly did.
Alex has more of a funny stories in Jamaica. Me as a Jamaican coming to Sweden, I don't think there was like so much that were considered funny or stuff like that. It was just me be like feeling out of place, like, I don't know. I mean, just the same for you how Jamaica was like majority black, here it's majority white, and it's my first time leaving the country and whatever, but I was very timid and afraid of making mistakes. Everything was just so systematic. You know what I remember?
So be nice now, Kimalto.
I am nice.
Yeah.
But you know what I remember? I remember how proud Alex used to be. Like, he wanted people to see. He wanted me to do it all the time. Like, when we would make Jamaican rice and peas here in Sweden, I would go buy a coconut and I would go outside and crack it. He just wanted someone to see me cracking it because
That's
for
my
him,
girl.
it was like...
That's my girl.
That's my girl. You know, just banging it like bump, bump, because a lot of Swedish people don't know how to like open a coconut. And I remember
They don't know what to do with a coconut.
Yeah, you were so like...
Yeah.
You were just so in awe every time I would open a coconut. You're like, that's my girl.
Why?
Well, for me, I'm like...
I'm not gonna lie.
coconut.
It was cool having my Jamaican girl cracking a coconut here. No.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
you liked that very much. But yeah, it's stuff like that. But so Alex, in the beginning of our relationship, like when I would work and so, and you know, I don't probably have time to like do the laundry, so he would help out.
This was in Jamaica.
That was in Jamaica, yeah, not in Sweden. And I would come home and see that, you know, laundry is hung out on the line. And when I say laundry, I mean everything. Like outer clothes, inner clothes. I'm like, sweet, but I hope nobody saw you hanging out all these. And when I say nobody, I mostly mean other men seeing you hang all of this, because as much as it's cute and I appreciate it, you know, Jamaican men tend to see this thing as a sort of weakness.
Because I didn't hide anything. I just thought like, if people see me doing this, it's like, oh, what a cool guy. He's taking care of his girlfriend.
Yeah. You know what Alex said to me? Alex said like, but I don't get it, because if I can take them off, why can't I wash
them? What?
You said that. You said
Don't
that.
remember me
You
saying
said I
that.
remember it so clear. You're like, that's a strong, solid point. But personally, I don't have a problem with it, because I just see that as strength from a man, and that he actually cares for his partner. No man needs to be able to just help out with laundry in every way, only when a woman is probably not able to do it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. Your opinion might be different, and that's fine. But I just think that was just one of the funny things that I had to tell him, like, don't let nobody see you doing that.
That's a nice thing.
I remember how it was so different for you, because, you know, as Jamaican, and, you know, when we were playing music at home, you know, you start dance. And when I say dance, I mean like your hips, you start dance like how you're there party, right? But this one, because, I don't know, like, when we play music, I used to dance, like, you know, dance on him, showing some affection and stuff like that. But my little white boyfriend, then...
I'm not used to that.
Not used to that, something there.
For me, it was extremely intimate. So, let's just say that I wasn't used to that.
Yeah. Let me get it.
Average Swedish woman, she don't start to whine on your front parts. Just vibing to the music, you know? So I don't think I can speak for all Swedish men, majority at least. We're not used to that. So that was a pleasant surprise.
I remember how you used to get like, either you got like really flustered or you got really excited. I'm like, Alex, we're just having fun. We're just dancing. Yeah.
Still is fun.
Still is fun.
But she don't dance that much.
Not these
on
days
me like
anymore.
she did before.
No.
She can't. Or it's kind of, you know, it's fine though. It's fine though.
That's fine. We dance in other ways. Like, that can include our...
Today we dance with, exactly. We dance
the kids' songs.
Yes.
That's fine. That is fine. But I think this was like a very, you know, instead of just talking with ourselves about it, we talk with you also about it. So you just, you know, just talk open and just to have a conversation. Because when we do these type of videos, it feels like we're having a conversation with you also, which is like really engaging. I like it. I really like sit down and talk videos. That brings us to the end of this video, guys. It was really fun just reflecting in front of you. It's just nice to feel like we're back on track and outside of the sadness
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for tuning in. To all our new subscribers, thank you for subscribing.
Yeah.
Welcome to this side. Welcome to the Kem and Alex side. I'm Kem, he's Alex. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
And to our OGs. You guys are the generals. We appreciate you so much. And for now, we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.